when everything in your life is going positively. That wasn't the case for me the last 2 weeks. I moved to a new city, no job, no place to live. Obviously, this is first world version of everything. I have savings. I could cry back to my family where I was from if I needed to go back, but still, plunge I had to take. And I was very stressed. I was stressed, and yeah, the last 2 weeks have been a lot of uncertainty. And that's hard. Every day, it's hard on me, even though I'm a pro mindfulness coach and I got a PhD and everything. No, it's still super hard, like really hard when things aren't going. Look at this nice. Being outside in a beautiful place does help. But yeah, the last couple of weeks, I have to practice. Like, I'm approaching humans and I get distracted and nervous talking at the same time. But I'm just gonna I'm gonna pretend you guys are my FaceTime friends and that this is just normal and natural because I'm a baby and I should be an example to you all about how it doesn't matter. But and whatever. So the last couple weeks have been testing me. Like, every day I gotta really walk the talk of positive mindset, being mindful, just allowing things to be presently how they are without too much judgment, and every day just going step by step, not knowing if the decision I made, cost money, a lot of time, and it'd hurt my ego if I had to move back because I couldn't get a job at McDonald's here. And again, I know it's a first world Canadian citizen problem. It's hard for other people to do these things even if they want. It's hard for me just because apparently I'm a little bit incapable or something. I have all the privileges, but it's still hard. So is that guy peeing? Wow, there's a woman and a man. Looks like they're trying to get a parrot out of a tree. Honestly, there's something bizarre, so that's fun. I'm in city parks now versus my old videos where I was out in nature mostly alone. So I'm very distracted if I'm honest, but it's good. I love this park. Yeah, I love city parks. I love wilderness parks. I love it all. So yeah, I'll keep saying so yeah, apparently. Every day my mind wants to catastrophize about what if something doesn't happen by this time? It'd be it'll snowball into a lot of bad consequences. Like, we were staying with a family member who was super kind to let us stay there for a week. And then we definitely need to not burden him longer than that. So it's just every day I was like, oh my God, we have to maximize our time. And we were walking around handing out resumes, just trying to get something temporary so we could show landlords that we have some income, proof of income, so we could get a place. And and just so not getting a job immediately, every day I was like, fuck. Should I have just been applying online, stayed back at home, and not dragged my sister out here? We moved all our shit. I drove the fucking U-Haul. It's scary for me. And so I was just having these kind of thoughts all day. But you know what? I was doing a decent job at not judging myself for the fact that they would come. And what really helped me was both the thought that, of course, it's easy to have positive thoughts when everything's going well. That is that takes like no effort. You're kind of a weakling if that's the only time you can have positive thoughts. So I was like, I gotta like be tougher than that. And so every day I just try to be a little tougher than that. And just even in that one moment, kind of get quiet and just be present. And then also practice positive thinking and gratitude, which is the cornerstone of my positive mindfulness life coaching, ludicrous life coaching. So if that appeals to you, you want me to hold you accountable and talk about your positivity journal and stuff, let me know. But yeah, I was doing that myself, and I can't believe it just actually works. It just works, but you have to keep catching yourself. If you've got a wandering, catastrophizing mind like me, that's just always rearing to get back to, but that's because also I was putting myself in like a growth period where I'm shaking up my whole life. So it's normal that I would have a lot more nervous, anxious thoughts. And actually practicing mindfulness and doing all this stuff for many years, I definitely feel like my default is a lot better. But yeah, that's not to say that I don't experience it pretty strongly in a situation where there's stressful external circumstances that are objectively like stressful, whereas in contrast, anxiety comes whether or not there's stressful situations in the outer world. So it makes sense, and I just wanted to give this reminder that we should be practicing, and it's in our control to like put some effort into positive thinking, even when things don't seem to be going well externally. You can reorient your internal world. And it's so cool when you actually do, and you just feel into it, and you're like, oh my God, I cannot believe that I can just turn everything around, even if it's just for a moment. And then you gotta just be with the uncertainty and just keep doing it. And the other thing that was really helping me, aside from thinking like, hey, this is the time to be practicing positive thinking, when I actually literally have to practice it with effort because things aren't clearly positive as far as some of the immediate things. Like other things are really positive. I've got loving family members and friends, and I'm physically healthy. So yeah, there's a lot that's still going positive. But the other kind of focal mindset anchor kind of thing that I had was, what was it? There was, you're a weakling if you only think positive when things are going well. Yes. Okay, we're just going to take a mindful moment while I see if this thought comes back to me. Okay, so remember, mindfulness is just being with the present moment, seeing what arises without judgment. So just be with this meadowy land. See? It came back to me, because if you don't try to force things, sometimes things just work out without much effort. And just now, the thought came back to me when I just decided I wasn't going to try to think about what it was. And that was the message. The other anchor for me was that I don't have to overly force things to come together. I'm going to, yes, take some actions. I'm going to go take out some resumes and apply online. And then I was just going to remember that my whole life, I've been able to handle every single thing that's happened. In a very rosy version of it, it's like everything has worked out in some, at least my response to every situation. So Like I'm still here. I'm still like, so it does work out in some way. So I just was telling myself, I'm like, so, yeah, everything just always sort of works out. Whether it's, I get a place that's a little bit out of my budget, or say we had to live with a roommate and I didn't really like that, but like I would somehow make the most of it, or like I would get through it because I've been in those situations. So, and then, yeah, me and my sister, we got 2 part-time jobs lined up, and there's a fun change of pace for me. One is at the casino. As soon as I walked in the casino, I was like, this is like my vibe, weirdly. Like, they're playing Depeche Mode and 80s, and I love just all the lights and ding, 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 and I love just the tall ceilings and the open space that just like calms me, as opposed to like a tight, like rowdy sort of like bar. I wouldn't really probably be able to serve in one of those places, but it's also just kind of like dark. The bar Hitman's is cool because it was founded by Bret Hartman. Tell me if you guys know this legend, Canadian American wrestling legend. And he's still around the bar, probably meet him, and it's all his legacy. It's a legacy sort of cool themed bar. And I just love the vibe of it. It's like all pink neon lights, and the manager lady was so sweet and chill. And so that's just gonna be like a cool, fun experience. You know, tips. See into Calgary's delinquent population as they come in there after hockey games and stuff. And then I'm doing some professional cleaning with an amazing company that is like cool young chick who started it, has like good values for the company. I can't stand like chemical cleaning products. They like make me immediately sick, and so this doesn't. They pay better than, your minimum wage, and they're super cool about flexible time off so I can do stand-up and stuff. So we're kind of like just set in that department of, we got jobs, and now the next thing is getting a place. And there's a place we have our eye on. The landlord's been a little bit busy to set up an appointment, but I've been practicing the same kind of mindset anchors of, you know what, everything always kind of works out, and practice some positive thinking right now, because this is when you don't have exactly what you want. When you have exactly what you want, you'll have some positive thoughts about it, but that's a weakling's way to live, waiting for everything in the outer world to be good so you can have some good little thoughts. No, I'm just gonna have some now. Yes, I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna enjoy them so much. So that's what I've been practicing. So yeah, some things are the kind of like working out. The last 2 weeks have felt like a really long time because there's been so much novelty and problem solving and uncertainty, and a few things have started to fall into place. And but it's not, the journey of settling in is not over. So I'm still practicing it, but I'm at a better place of like trusting whatever happens, I'm gonna be able to learn from it. As cliche as all of this sounds, it is all the true way of the life, and I will make the most of it, hopefully. For the most part, for most of it, I'll make the most of it. I will try to practice growing from it, using things to my benefit, and trying to maybe be a little bit good for other people too. Spread some goodness. Maybe that too. So let me know if this resonates, any of this. I'm liking Calgary. I am really excited. Oh my God, I get so excited. Went to another comedy show and I just cannot fucking wait to start performing, but still gotta get a few ducks in a row. I gotta get settled so I can sleep. I've not been sleeping very well in this temporary housing. Me and my sister are like sharing like an air mattress that deflates every night. I don't believe in violence except to whoever invented air mattresses. They're not good. They never work. Even when they work, they're terrible. Anyway, how are you guys doing? What are your favorite positive mantra / mindset things lately? And I think that is mostly the end of my frantic, weird energy catch up, and we should do a little mindful walking. So what I like to do is feel into my body. Use my ears and feel all the sounds, hear all the sounds. I got some birds chirping that way. I hear someone maybe hitting some tennis balls in front of me. Sometimes it's good. Let me know if you think so as well. Before meditating, or because I see like mindfulness meditation as just one tool, one practice in many other good ones for good mental health and living a mindful life. Like sometimes I do need to do a cognitive check-in or audit or venting. Like I want to kind of like when I get on these and I just shout at you for a little bit. Sometimes I need to do that before. Well, I don't need to. I just think it's a productive thing to do. Sometimes it's like tuning into your body and seeing, hey, I'm craving sugar, but like maybe if I eat some protein first, I'll then see if I really feel like I need the sugar. And sometimes that's not the best analogy because sugar's not really good for you. I was gonna say, sometimes I just feel like I need to do like some journaling, some talking out loud, even just like walking and letting myself like really just be like overtaken by my thoughts. Just like I have racing thoughts. I'm not gonna try to just observe them without judgment. I'm actually gonna like chew on them, just process them. And if I do that first, sometimes I feel like after I'm like ready to just go with the flow of getting the thoughts do kind of slow down, not having as many noticeable ones about anything particular to my life, my ego's concerns. Instead, I feel like the whole outer world gets kind of louder and I feel more, I've said this before, kind of interconnected and woven into the fabric of it all. And it feels good. I feel held. And then I can just kind of be with the present moment. Noticing my breath. And if you want to do a kind of classic mindfulness meditation, you can focus on your breath. But sometimes, once you know the rules, you can break the rules. And I like to, especially when I'm out in a new place and I'm smelling different kinds of blossoms and I'm just like letting my attention kind of dance around, but like not in like a crazy frantic way. It feels very calmly moving around and in tune with this, some kind of, it's not like a flower blossom, but it smells almost like a green blossom, if that makes sense, like those like whitish minty things. I don't know, could be those, could not be. And just moving slow feels good. But it feels particularly good because I got out my like higher energy kind of needs. Well, excuse me, something rustling over there. I'll just let it be. Let's ascend that hill over there. There's a pathway. Let us go. I find that no matter what kind of anxious day I'm having, or stressful, really busy day, hello, whoever's here, let me know if you can relate. I find that even if I'm having a really stressful day, I tend to find the ability to like just take a brief mindful moment. You don't have to put a timer on for 10 minutes and do a formal mindfulness meditation practice. I can like carve out a moment like I'm having right now with you guys, where I feel like it's relatively easy to be present because, as I said, and as I like yelled at you guys for 20 minutes, and now I just feel like I process the thoughts and I can just be. But I find throughout the day, I can usually sneak in a few moments where I reground myself and I just like take a breath. I remember that everything's okay in the present moment. And then I go back to being crazy and overtaken and busy and trying to learn to drive in the city. And then like again, an hour later, I'll remember. And that's like, that gets you by. If you don't have time or an interest in taking time out to formally meditate, just those brief little moments, I think that they're like everything. So let me know if you practice that and what it feels like, what your experience is. I would love to hear. I usually do these videos, and by the way, I hope that whoever shows up for the live, throw a comment down. Tell me if you have any experience with mindfulness or meditation, or how you stumbled upon this. And when I am done posting video, then I'll see the chat, because right now I don't know how to on my phone. Nope, I don't even want to risk it. I think I'll accidentally, I think that's it. I kind of found it, but like, I don't know. Maybe someone has to comment before. So, but I usually do these in the morning. Today's an evening. It's just been a bit. I wanted to make sure I got another one out there. Just been so busy and crazy. I ideally want to do them more often, but please, as if I have a huge audience, please, my huge audience, just be patient with me and I'll get there. Okay, so I just want to wish you all the very best with whatever uncertainty you might be facing in your life. Maybe you're in a comfortable period of your life, and that's cool. Enjoy that, soak it up. But if you need any inspiration to maybe push yourself out of your comfort zone, take on some risk and uncertainty, if there's things that are calling you in life and you just haven't wanted to go after them because you're scared of that interim period before you get a grasp on the new vision, maybe some of this video is a little bit of inspiration for you. And just remember that if you have to wait for everything external in your life to be good before you think good thoughts, you're weak. You need to be strong and practice thinking the good thoughts when things aren't going good. Remember all the things, practice gratitude, remember everything, all the little things that are going well, whatever you're taking for granted, your health, you still have your mom, whatever it is. And what was the other one that I was motivated by? Oh yes. And just remember your past, the fact that you're still here, you pretty much can always handle whatever comes at you, whatever uncertainty. So embrace the uncertainty, embrace thinking positively, even when things aren't going well, and just do your best at it, because you don't have to be perfect like me. No, I've been very imperfect, but I've been trying and I've been practicing, and it's helping. Okay, I wish you guys all the best. Sending love. See you soon.